a skill build session. I'm going to take you through skill build. So this is my skill build. I run drone and seekers. Your talent you want, or not talent, specialization is your crossbow. It is called the Technician, if I'm not mistaken. Survivalist. Okay, so you want a survivalist for a skill build. I'll have a look and tell you why. So on the survivalist, obviously you'll choose which weapons you would prefer. You get 15% increased outgoing healing. You get extra 10% increased protection from elites. And your armor repair kits. Okay.
I've got the biggest inventory of diesel.
So for a skill build, obviously you have your weapon of choice and your talent. I would suggest you putting in sync on. As you can see, it's 15% skill damage for 5 seconds while it's running, and using a non-shield skill or damaging an enemy with a skill grants extra 15% weapon damage, and damage is increased while both skills are running. Okay. Then I've got Wyvern Wear Mask, as it does skill damage, gives me the 10%, and I've got 12% skill haste, 10% skill damage, and I've added a 11% skill haste mod, due to the fact that you want your seekers as low as possible. Then you've got your Empress International named piece called Caesar's Guard, and that talent on that is called Perfectly Skilled. Skills have a 30% chance to reset skilled cooldown, and again I've got skill damage, skill haste, and a skill haste mod. Then I've got the Exotic Waveform Holster. That talent generates a stack of 3% skill damage on one of your skills every second, capping at 10 stacks. After 10 seconds at the cap, the stack transfers to your other skill. The process then replaces, and it's got a skill tier, skill damage, and skill haste. On my knee pads I'm using China Light. It gives explosive damage for your first one, that's why I'm using the Seeker Mines, and skill haste and skill damage. Then I'm using the second piece of China Light for skill haste, and they've also skill haste and skill damage. And my backpack is skill haste and skill damage with a skill tier with a skill haste mod, and it's a named backpack. It's by Empress International, called Battery Pack, and it's called Perfectly Calculated. Kills from cover reduce skill cooldowns by 15%. So if you're hiding behind your cover and you using your skills to do all the damage and kill everything, it's 30% from the 1 and 15%, so that's a 45% skill cooldown. So that's extremely beneficial. And my Seeker Mines, I've got 4.5% damage, 4.5% damage, and 1 cluster mine added extra, so I'm using 9, so I've got 10 cluster mines Okay. And then my drone, I'm using the Striker drone. There I've got duration, so it can last longer in the air. 4.4 damage and 9.2% health, so they can't shoot it down so easily. Okay, so there's the base damage, 75,000, but add an extra 120% onto that, and that's how beneficial it is. Same with the Seeker Mines. I'm doing 2.9 damage, so plus an extra 60% damage on top of that. So that's how, plus a 12% expertise level damage. So it's doing really well. Let's do a quick run to see what we can find to show you. Oh, brilliant. There's something close by. Let's do a quick run. And you can see how it goes. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'll gladly help you. Please feel free to share the video to everybody. Just trying to help, whether beginners, intermediates, anybody who's looking for a skill build. I really love my skill build. As I say, the weapon choice is up to you, but preferably put InSync on it. So you'll see the buff when I pop the drone at the bottom, there underneath the 50. Watch it, there it goes. There it goes. And let's take them out. See the two gears there? That's the InSync working.
Civilians in danger.
Okay, let's get it working again. Where you come from?
Incoming hostiles detected.
See how often I'm dropping my Seekers? That's due to the skill cooldown reset.
I see movement over there. Is that cover? They're not stopping us. They're up to no good.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
So the more your seekers explode, it gives them a chance to shorten the cooldown as well.
Should've left us alone. Someone cover me. Need to reload.
Is that the last one?
Nice work, everyone.
And that is my skill build with the drone and seekers. Thank you for taking the time to watch. See you inside the division, agents.